Good afternoon. First, I want to thank Phocuswright for inviting us to speak at this event because we're the outlier. We're quite different, as you'll see, from some of the other companies that are presenting. Mogul is a ESG company that is focused on people-first technologies. And our mission and purpose is to accelerate diversity and perfect meritocracy. That sounds pretty lofty. A little bit like Man on the Moon, I know. Our team is incredibly diverse, and I think equally importantly, everyone on our team has worked on the front line in hospitality and risen to the top of organizations as CEOs, CFOs, heads of HR, and so forth. So it's a global team, and it's people who led by example. I'd like to take a step back and tell you a little bit about my story as a founder, briefly. Everyone has their story, I know. After many years in management consulting, I was fortunate enough to get hired by my client, who was the CEO of Hilton. And I got the corner office and got to work on big ideas and go to the board meetings and present. And it was an amazing experience. Everything was going really, really well. Except there was a turning point. And the turning point came after I gave a board presentation and took off my tie and jacket, walked to the front of the resort and waited for my car at the valet. And it happened not once or twice, but 3 times. I was handed the keys by wealthy people with beautiful sports cars. And actually, the 3rd time, they threw the keys at me. That was a wake-up call for me, that perhaps blending in and moving up an organization wasn't enough. And as only the 2nd minority on the senior operating team of a large hospitality company, that I could do more to change it. And as we researched this problem and looked into it over the last 15 years in hotels, it's not a question of stagnancy. Things have actually gotten worse. The number of minorities on the front line and women are great. We have a good foundation. Many businesses do not, so we're diverse there. But as you move up the organization, it's not very good. And it's a 1 out of 10 type of ratio for those who make it through all the turnover to get the GM, and about 1 out of 60 to get into the corporate office. We asked why. Why is that? What's going on here? Why did it happen? Was it intentional, or is it just a perfect storm? Well, we found 3 reasons why. The first is that the industry has changed significantly, and it is now 90% franchised. In China, it's now 60% franchised. And private equity is now the largest hotel owner. And as well, we have over 800 small management companies that are private. So the brands who champion diversity have a much smaller role. In fact, the franchising circular of a hotel brand, which is typically 100 pages, has only 2 paragraphs about people and training. Right now, it's about 6 or 7 million people working for these small management companies in this country, under 2 million working for the brands. Another reason, and there was a story this week by Harvard Business School and Accenture, is that the existing legacy HR systems, IT systems, are blocking good candidates who don't check all the boxes. You're all familiar with the challenges of legacy IT systems, but what's happening here is that in order to really improve diversity or to attract new talent, candidly, to the business, you have to work around the system. It becomes a manual process, and an expensive one where you're using executive search firms. So we built a different kind of talent marketplace. We really focused initially on the hospitality-specific variables. There's over 100 specific variables. For example, union experience, size of hotel, type of property, et cetera. But we also worked on leaderboards, and we've ranked talent and employers and properties, and we try to match them together. We're also private and secure. We predict the compensation or worth of all talent. Those things, I think, set us apart. We discovered that the top 100 hotel general managers, most of them have high school degrees, 60% are women, 40% are minorities, half of them work in limited service hotels. And we have scaled our platform now through over 200 hotels in the US and China. We're in both markets in parallel and expanding to other regions as we speak. On the candidate side, because we have no social media, nor are we going in that direction, we've basically given candidates insights into their ranking, peer rankings, the quality of management at the hotels, of the employers, of those management companies I mentioned. Most of you have not heard of them. For example, I don't know how many of you have heard of Charlestown Hotels. Charlestown Hotels is a very good boutique hotel operator, and they're #1 in the country, according to our algorithm. So we've had some impressive results so far in the $1.5 to $2 million return improvements on talent, and we're scaling our platform globally to a market where there are roughly 70 million people that will be hired or rehired in the next couple of years as we make this big comeback. And we are a global company and working as well with clients on customization of applications and building them within their four walls. Thank you.